So, can anyone tell me that happened last time on the last episode of
Corona.
Dungeons and Douchebags?
Corona was stinky. He's a stinky little boy.
I was not having any of their bullshit.
Stinky little fart bag. Little stink. I mean, the thing is, neither was Ava. But
But
you
at
know,
least I did it
you
with
still handled
words.
it better. You didn't commit domestic terrorism like you did, blowing up an entire train and killing how many people? At least 10.
No, he pretty much kind of trained to fucking.
Two resident cars, one cargo car, and one worker
To
car.
be fair, I never intended to actually kill anyone.
And this
I
is
was hoping to
true.
just die.
But
He
still,
turned that train into a fucking can of sardines. Crushed sardines.
it was fucking brutal. And then Ava and I got drunk with Bluford.
So, as you're all waking up from your drunken stupor and you're all awake, Bluford reverting back to his original self and vomiting on the ground and all that and being a sick doggo.
Oh yes, we saw the scroll that announced
Yes.
that there would be the trial.
There's the school announcement, and there will be a trial that will last 1 hour before the initial estimate, and if he can be proven innocent or at least not convicted to death, his sentence will be changed. But as the title states, who would defend this? So what shall you all do, Oberon and Ava?
Poop our pants.
Down
we
and
couldn't
try to
figure out what we were gonna do. I think we said
We
were
were gonna go and try to save this fool by speaking at his trial to try to just say he's pretty much insane, but he's not a bad person,
yeah.
and he wasn't necessarily sure of what the hell that spell would do to the train. Trust me.
Basically, not an agitated, a naive, fair magic user, not sure of his powers given his current state, and he was provoked by racists on the train.
All right, let's fucking run with it then.
Okay, are you going down to the courthouse?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think, do I have any spells that can help our charisma? I don't think I do. But, I can give us both. Why do I have inspiration? I think I have that anymore.
I have bardic inspiration, but I can only give it to you. Well, no, I can give it to both of us. So how about that? I'll give us both bardic inspiration.
Okay, and then I do also have Hell's Honey if we need that as well. But otherwise, it's the same thing, bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
And then I have guidance also, so that should hopefully help with our ability checks.
Alright, so yeah, bardic inspiration.
We
So
want to make ourselves look
1d12.
as nice as possible. Oh yeah, you know what? Before we leave, is there a mirror in our room?
There is a mirror on the doorstep where you have that's only like a face mirror.
Perfect. I just want to try to tidy myself up and look really presentable, like someone worthy of speaking at a trial, just to, I don't know, make myself look more.
Well, you look
Don't
like
listen to
a
me.
person who's stacked in full mithril armor with a chromatic plating with a purple undertone under your armpits and legs with green undertones at your tail.
You look ready to fucking fuck some shit up, let's go.
Let's put it this way. Your better bet is to look regal rather than look friendly.
Yeah, basically.
To put it in
I just want to look like someone who would be willing to listen to me, I
put it-
guess. I don't want to look dirty.
To put it in perspective, you look like you're coming from a northern kingdom as
Okay.
a high-ranking knight, whereas your tiefling friend looks like a bar slooty you picked up on the way here.
I wonder if we have anything that could dress Ava up a little bit, make her look a little extra fancy.
Let's see. Let me see. Do I have anything about this?
I don't think your harlequin outfit would help at this point.
I have a rib cage.
I do have a in my clothing. I do have another outfit. It's just regular adventure gear. So no, I'm good.
Okay, cool.
I don't look like bad or anything. So
No, you just look
I'm
like
just.
you just look like a floozy they picked up somewhere.
Dang it.
You know what? I'm gonna change into my lava armor. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So now
So
I look like I kind of go with him.
upon doing that, you look more like you look more like a dwarven knight, a much taller dwarven knight, but you look like a dwarven knight stacked with this fire hellish-scaped armor. As you don it on, as your foot goes onto the ground, you hear
Well, that's not gonna be great, but hey.
as you would look down, you would see that your foot is burning through the wood. It's not catching fire, it's just reducing it to ash.
Uh-oh.
Ah, shit. She's gonna take off the boots really quick. Now she's just holding them in her hand. Like, oh fuck, I didn't think that would happen.
There is now 2 inches of wood no longer remaining where the floor used to be.
Rest in peace.
Oh no. I'll put them on when we get outside. At least now I kind of match you. Let's
Okay.
go.
You venture out towards the court. As you go out your merry way following the court, Blueford stays behind in the room. So you make your way to the court, and a guard stands before you at the entrance and says, "Halt, for why are you here?"
We are here to represent the prisoner that stands trial, Corona.
Oh, you. Oh. You're serious?
I am. I would not jest about such a thing.
Okay. Well, you go on ahead.
It was just kind of walk
Sure,
behind.
So you enter the court. Upon entering the court, you open up the room where you walk past a small hallway into the main doors of the courtroom. Inside, there is a judge who is getting his files separated and getting ready for such a thing. The jury is not stacked yet, nor is the counsel stacked behind. It's just an empty courtroom with just the judge in it. And there is just awaiting there the prosecutor, along with a few guardsmen. For you here on extra security, or?
Ava's not gonna talk this round. She's gonna let Oberon take care of it. She'll talk.
We are here, as I told your compatriot outside, in defense of the one who stands trial, Corona.
I see.
Bless you.
I see. So you're here to defend that clockwork abomination.
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. Well, take your seat at the left table, where your left pew resides.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Have you brought any evidence that you would like to show? Informal or otherwise? If so, please present it now on the middle table.
I will go up to the middle table, and I would like to procure the cursed journal and the general's letters that I still have. Oh wait, do we have the cursed journal still? Did I just forget to remove it from my inventory?
No, I think you should still have it.
Okay. So yeah, I have the cursed journal and the general's letters.
Cursed journal and general's letters, please revise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
You set them down on the table. Prosecutor, do you have any evidence you wish to put on the table? Why, yes, I do. A lizard man walks forward and places a piece of shrapnel on the table, a bloody door piece, a multiple stack of pictures, and what you saw of one of the spikes that was in the ground holding the railroad up. He sits next to the table. This is all. I see. Well, in a few short moments, this will begin the court trial. If you have any preparations, I suggest you do them now.
Would I, by chance, be able to speak to the prisoner before he stands?
You have 5 minutes, as you are his defendant.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Right door, you have 5 minutes. No more, no less.
He's gonna look at Oberon and kind of like tell him, "I'll wait out here. Go ahead and talk to him."
One of the guards ushers you forward and opens up a door, where inside you can find a chained Corona with shackles around his hands and feet, connected to a chair and a small metal table. The door closes behind you. Click, clock, tick.
Corona.
Yeah.
What a predicament you've gotten yourself into, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I would say so.
it's going to be very difficult, but Ava and I are going to try our best to get you out of this situation.
You don't have to.
Of course I have to.
You don't have to.
Corona.
You can
Gonna
very
give
easily
him a
just
really
let me die.
big look. Corona, would you not do the same for me?
You're different. You're good.
I believe you're good.
I
As
was
I'm about to
told-
tell this entire courtroom, you've been doing good as long as I've known you, which isn't even that long. But within our travels, of course, you don't always do perfect things. You don't always make the right choices. But you have a good heart. The whole reason we are adventuring together is to help all of these people. You are good. You were a bad person. You wouldn't even bother. Isn't that right?
I left home wanting to be a hero and looking for revenge. And I'm not even an elf anymore, as was blatantly stated on that train. I'm as far from my goal as I could possibly be. Even if you say that I am doing good, per se, with you, you could probably do better without me.
I disagree. You can remember everything that we've been through together. I would have had my own rear destroyed at this point. I couldn't have done the majority of this without you. And you helped me save my people. That is the most good a person could do for me. That is incomparable. That was my goal, and you helped me achieve it. And thus, I am so willing to do the same for you. Corona, not only do I believe you're a good person, but at the very least, although it is not something I consider a lesser, it is so important to me. I consider you my friend, and I will go to the ends of the earth for you. Not Earth. What are we on? Are we on an Earth? I don't know the lore of existence. I will go to the ends of the world for you.
Albion.
Albion, thank you.
Take 1 point of psychic damage.
That's fair.
Corona sighs
There's a
and
map
looks
in
over
maps
the
that has the name world in it.
Sussy Bacchus.
Yes.
Thoughts Barkus. Barch.
Still not entirely sure why you'd even try to stick your neck out for me. You know, even if you convince the majority of people to let me go, they're going to come, right?
This may be true, but it's not like this is the first time you've had a run, is it not? You seem to be good at that. You've gotten me quite good at it. My legs have become even stronger since knowing you.
I would just rather not cause you any more issues.
Corona, if I lost you here, I wouldn't know where to go next, honestly. I have our other wonderful companions. I have Blueford, I have Ava, I have that other guy, Corin. But even with them, all wonderful.
That other guy.
He just met him. He barely knows Corin. Even with them, it's not the same. You've brought me a friendship that I've never had. Of course, I was close with the members of my pack, my home, my people, but you are the first person that is not a Leonin who has befriended me and has done so much for me. And it doesn't matter if you're an elf, if you're a stone golem, if you're a piece of metal, that does not define you. And I know that what you are is a part of your core being. I understand that as someone who was on the brink of extinction. But
Hell, am I a chopped liver? Oh.
Yeah, we love you, Ava. I love you. But fuck, where was I? Shit, fuck, my train of thought. Oh no.
Extinction.
Thank you. Regardless of what you are, who you are is what matters.
Ava,
and I believe.
Psychic damage.
Fuck. Oh, Ava, not me. Okay. Phew.
Yeah, I take psychic damage.
Shit, I keep losing my
Extinction.
train of thought.
Extinction.
Regardless of
friends.
that, well, what you are, I know is important to you and your purpose. And I'm so willing to support you and help you through that. But at your core, as you are as Corona, your person, you are a curious, interesting, fun, and wonderful person and creature. And you are good. And you are at least a good friend to me. And that, I think, is quite noble and quite good.
He's going to just get up from his chair and, shackles and all, just going to like pet Oberon on the head. Fine. If you want to try that hard, fine. Whatever happens, happens, but I'm pretty sure there is at least one way to actually win.
Go on.
What did the warrant, or whatever message that you had read, actually say?
It said there's a trial and you're to be hanged.
Who was on trial? What was the description?
For a warforged? Did they describe you as a warforged? Piece of metal?
They described him as a mechanical menace.
A mechanical menace is how they described you.
Well, mechanical would imply that I'm actually made of gears. One, I'm not. I can do magic. Two, I'm not a robot.
This is true.
Very obvious as it is to everyone else that it looks like I am indeed a elf, and I can prove that.
Can you?
I can.
Okay, so you're saying we can, if all other defense works, we can at least plead that their entire decree to hang you is absolute, or not absolute, the opposite of that.
It's invalid. They have
Invalid,
their own
thank you.
feature.
Okay, that's good. We can work with that. Please defend yourself. I don't want to lose you. If not for yourself, then please do it for me, and for Ava, and for Blueford, and for Corin.
Ava got me fucked over a bar stool.
Well, did you not like that? It sounds like something you'd like. I wasn't there for that, so I don't know how that went for you. But
I mean, you like each other's dicks, why not more dicks?
yeah.
It wasn't you, so no.
The second episode
Anyway.
will continue to haunt you for the rest of your days.
Goodness gracious.
But
It
aside from
keeps
that,
coming up.
if worst comes to worst, I do have ways of getting out of trouble. I can attempt, but again, last option. Anything else?
The guard knocks on the door.
That's it then.
I'll see you out there. It's gonna be okay, Corona.
Oh, don't worry. I know it will.
The door opens for you.
All right, I'll go.
As you exit out, going back to your table, there is a full jury with a full council behind you. The jury is full of elves, drow, lizardmen, lizard folk, kobolds, and everything in between. As well as there is a good number of people within inside the courthouse itself. One moment. Get some appropriate music in here. Any Ace Attorney fans in here?
I am actually. So it's
You'll-
quite nicely.
I know of it.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played a lot of it.
So you'll understand. So, the court rings his gavel. Let this court now be in session. Bring our first witness to the stand to bring his testimony. The first witness stands up as he walks over from behind, coming out of a side room, walking up to the left-hand panel of a judge. State your name, for I am Cornelius. Okay, Cornelius. May you swear upon Melth's godly... Shall you swear on Melth's name for the sea of the sand that you will tell your truth? For I swear on Melth's name. Thank you. May you take your testimony stand to the left of me. When I saw the train car come into the station, it was as everything was normal. It halted, discharging its electricity, and then off came the crowd of people. A few workers came off, and then a small party of new people came off. And then that thing came off, waving his hand with some kind of sparkly something shit, and the train crushed on itself from forward to backwards, rolling up like a Swiss roll. It was awful. I could hear the screams, I could hear metal crunching, and I turned to go out the door and go rush to the train to see what had happened. And there I find it, rolled up completely. At a party, and a man twisting his hands with some kind of magical spell. You may now begin your cross-examination of this testimony. Defendant and or prosecution, do you have any questions? Oberon? Hello?
I'm thinking, because I don't think, I mean, it's just a statement of what happened, so no questions for that at this point.
Are we all leveled with the questions? Yes, I have no further... Well, I do have one question, Your Honor. Yes? Could you explain a bit deeper of the carnage that you saw on that train? Maybe for what people you saw in the days prior? days prior, I had seen workers come in and out of that train. Multiple people with pickaxes and mining equipment bringing kinds of cargo here to the trading center. It was quite booming just to get the monorail up and running again. And then 2 days later, we had a shipment of weapons and militia newly produced from our factories over east. And then exploded with all the men inside it. So there was militia arms and supplies. Could you go in depth about these supplies? From as far as I know, cargo-wise, that the military allows me to know is that there was weapons aboard, a siege weapon, and as well as multiple meats and spices for rations, or ration preparation. I see. Very interesting. I have no further questions. Defendant?
No further questions, Your Honor. Just... You may carry on.
Cornelius, you may leave the stand. Next, we will have a guard witness. Do you, by the mareless name of the Sea of Sand, pledge your truth? Yes. When I was on patrol, up at the train station, I was noticing the train coming in. It had quite a number of discharge static as we have an increased supply. We just got it up and running, and after the first 2 trips the days prior, well, I see this thing coming up. Now, I'm no man, but I know not to trust machines, as we've all seen before, especially autonomous ones. And when I seen this autonomous machine coming up, wiggling his hands and spraying out magic as soon as the thing comes crumbling up, what do I find is that mechanical freak is there doing magic and crumbles it up. Oh, the loss of life. Guard number 2. Yeah, I was on work, but I was on the train. You see, I done train runs from this train for multiple times. I was the inside guard for the cargo holds. Today was my off day, and I hadn't caught wind of this by the time I came into work. As I had just arrived, the scene was already done, but having the past experience, I can say this train runs rather smooth. The men on it are respectable. Very respectable, even. Never even got a glimpse out of them beyond mumbles. Most of their talk is about work, sand, and everything in between of the mining of salt. Respectable men amongst their countrymen. Does the prosecution or defendant have any questions?
I have a question, Your Honor.
Ask away.
You say these men are respectable, and I'm sure they serve well and work hard. There's no doubt about that. I can see a hard worker. I know a hard worker when I see him. However, in my account, in my companion here, referring to Ava, in her account, and in the... What is Corona being referred to? I don't know judicial terms. Is he the...
Defendant, I suppose.
I'm the defendant, aren't I?
No, you are the defense for
You're
the
the defense
defendant.
attorney.
You're the
Thank
defense
you,
attorney.
okay.
Your defendant is the one that you're defending, but they're calling you the defendant because there's not one yet. He's not out yet.
Got you. Thank you for the clarification. And as well as the defendant who is under trial today. But all of us witnessed while we boarded the train was that the men there were being incredibly disrespectful, first to me and then to the rest of my crew, simply because they weren't expecting to see us. We look different, which is no reason to start causing a ruckus when we're all trying to do our jobs, because we too are hard workers We are mercenaries that were hired to help all of you and all these people. We were just trying to get from one place to the other. And the man on the train...
Objection, Your Honor. What is it you wish to object? They say they're mercenaries, yet have they presented their work documentation at the fort of town? Have they presented any work documentation at all to the court themselves?
I can if need be. I mean, I don't know about documentation, but I do have the coins of this region.
You put the papers on the table as evidence. So, yeah, you pretty much showed that we are mercenaries. What we're here to do. The paper said so. Remember at the beginning?
Those were different papers, because I don't have papers, because I wasn't here when we got hired.
So Corona didn't give them to you?
But, I don't know if Corona gave them, but...
Corona gave them the coin. Nothing else.
Yeah, I have the coins.
You say the coin. May I see this coin?
Yes, of course. And he is not only going to hand over the regular coin, but he's also going to hand over the sand pendant.
I see. So this coin comes from militia base. I see you have the general's insignia, of course. This is a definite coin for one to have, as well as a sand pendant to travel such diverse terrain as you seem not to be around the area.
Yes, sir.
I can believe these are mercenaries. Carry on.
Thank you, Your Honor. As I was saying, we were hired. We've gone to 2 encampments already. We helped with the sandworms, and we helped with the undead. We are on our way to help this place here. In fact, we are eager to help. We are doing everything in our power to, help defend against the blasphemy that's going across, the entire area. Traveled quite far, in fact. And we were met with rude comments for absolutely no reason, angering myself and my compatriots. And so, while I'm sure your men are hard workers, I would not say they were respectable. And in fact, were intentionally trying to pick fights with myself and my party.
Hold it. What is it this time? Can we validate the claims that they have worked with two of the military bases before us? I suppose we could contact a general of the base to make contact with the other two.
Ava's gonna chime in and lean over to Oberon while they're talking. We got it on our side. It seems like everyone's a bit biased against people that don't necessarily look like the rest of people in the team. You might want to bring that up.
Yes, this is a good point, of course. I don't want to interrupt, though. They're terrifying.
Okay, we shall verify that you are working. Is there a name that you wish to call under for them to recognize?
Corin's still with the... We can assume Corin is still with the Draconic General, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. You may use the name Oberon for the... I don't know what her name was. I don't know if we ever knew her name. For the general that was dealing with the undead situation. My other compatriot, our other compatriot, is still with her, in fact. His name is Corin.
Do you remember
I'm sure she will speak of him in high regard.
Do you remember the nomenclature of the numerical number of this base?
It was 2? I don't want to metagame because I don't think Oberon really knows since he came in a little
Base
later
2.
in it.
I'll give you that much information since that's where you're introduced at.
Okay. It was base 2, Your Honor.
As for the other base, what was the number of it?
Would Ava know? Is Ava allowed to speak? since she's with me?
She can speak to you, but you have to speak for her.
Okay, so I'll turn to Ava. Ava, do you know what it was?
East one, I believe. Hold on.
Roll me a history check if you want.
That's what I was about to do.
What?
That was an 11.
It's a 50-50.
Yeah.
I mean, numerically, it would make sense if it was base 1.
Yeah. So just say base 1.
What name are you going to give?
For base 1?
That's the name of that commander.
The name to refer to for checking in. Please give the name Ava. I had only recently joined my compatriots towards the end of that mission, so unfortunately they might not have known me as well.
We shall be verifying those credentials shortly. Continue with your defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. As I was saying,
This seems like everybody.
We were met with disrespect, primarily due to the way we look. We were being discriminated against because we were simply sitting very quietly to ourselves, and unfortunately, due to the way my train coin appearance, they began insulting myself and the rest of my party.
Well, I am for hearing your statements of 2 people. You're matched with a hearsay. Roll me a persuasion.
Persuasion?
Where you have a 1d12.
From Bardic?
Yeah, Bardic Inspiration 1d12.
Thank you. I'll roll my d12 first. That is a 5, not bad. And then my persuasion is only a 10, but that's 15, so not the worst.
I can understand the annoyance of there maybe being an encounter between you and the men. How did you handle the situation aboard that train to lead to such a outcome as this? What kind of things did they say to you?
Yes, sir.
I mean,
Now, I would like to start as to not insult any of those here that have lost friends or family in this accident, because I believe it is an accident and it is also a tragic one. However, where was I going with that? Oh, it's an accident. I do not personally condone using such a violent tactic as a rebuttal against discrimination. And I will touch upon this later, but I do not believe it was at all the intention to have such a rebuttal. However, when we were in the train, we only used words and did not use violence against insults such as calling me of the Fae, saying I don't belong here, calling the defendant up for trial here, insulting him and his heritage, claiming him to be things that he is not, which is deeply hurting.
May I have specifics?
Oh man.
Roll me a history check if you can't remember.
Yeah, I definitely can't.
Oh, I was gonna help you out, but okay.
My roll's gonna be poop today, I already know it. Yeah, it's a 7.
You cannot remember here nor there specifics, only they insulted you.
Can I help?
You can give her information.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell Oberon, I was like, I'm gonna lean over and be like, Oberon said that because they didn't believe that Rhoda was a dark elf, because, you know, what it looks like right now. And
This is a good point.
they said if he's a dark elf, they're they're dragons. Yeah.
Yes. While I do not remember many specifics, unfortunately, because, again, I was trying to disregard the discussion as a whole, one thing in particular that was primarily offensive to the defendant here is that he told them that he is a dark elf, which he is, and they began insulting him, telling him that he couldn't be such a thing because he is a metallic creature and could not be of such a world. Which is directly insulting him as a person and his heritage, which I find to be very important to a person. And I'm sure many of you feel as if your identity and what you're perceived as is important to you.
Objection, Your Honor. Can you prove that he is indeed a dark elf? After all, he is just a clockwork entity as far as we can see. Can you give viable proof of him being a dark elf?
Ava's gonna look at Oberon because she can do polymorph, so she can turn back into what Corona used to look like.
Would that be? Because then you could they could assume that would look like anybody, though. I don't know if that would be.
But Corona looks very Pacific, though.
This is true. I will say, I do not have physical evidence at hand. I believe the defendant himself may be able to prove it further, but if need be, my friend Ava here can change her shape and she could assume the image of what he used to look like before he was befelled with his current visage.
We do not allow polymorph to be such of evidence due to its general lack of clarity.
Yes, Your Honor, I understand. But
clear.
I do believe that the defendant himself may be able to procure proof that he is in fact a dark elf.
Bring the defendant out. You come out, the door opens for you, Corona. The chains unbuckle from the ground and table, but they're still wrapped around you. You're allowed to come out.
I'm going to go ahead and lift up the chains and take them with me as I walk out.
Are you going to sit next to the judge at his right?
Yeah.
You may take your seat at my right. Now,
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Do you promise upon Meredith, the goddess of the sand sea, that you will tell the truth?
I do.
You may sit upon your chair and tell your testimony.
And someone inform me of where exactly we are in the trial.
Just tell your testimony.
Alright. After being blatantly harassed by a number of the workers during our movement on the train, was called indeed a mechanical monster. We walked off the train, and I did cast a bit of magic, albeit accidental as far as the repercussions goes. But, moreover, I am not what was described by both the court as well as these individuals on the train. I'm indeed a drow.
Can you prove to us that you are a drow?
Of course. And Krona's going to reshackle his arms. These arms drain the magic of all magical casters, correct?
They do.
That would mean a sorcerer or a wizard would not be able to cast any spells while they have them on.
You are correct.
So the only way that I would be able to cast magic is if it was inherent. It is part of me. Therefore, I'm going to go ahead and cast Fairy Fire. And you, outside of character, have freedom to look at my page right now. All of my spell slots are taken up. However, there are 2 spells that are still available to work, which are Fairy Fire and Darkness.
As you cast Fairy Fire, inside your armor, it travels up your hand to the shackle, where the shackle glows a bright blue, and it escapades through your hand, glowing your hand like a fairy fire, but does not cast past your palm.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. You could still be able to. Oh, okay. Sorry.
We've seen warforged before be able to cast magic. What makes it different to you?
Because unlike most warforged, this magic is innate to Drow specifically. Fairy Fire and Darkness run through my blood.
Okay. I believe the question has been answered, Prosecutor, that he is a drow before and a mechanical machine now. How does this change your story, though?
Not mechanical either. I'm going to go ahead and kind of dismantle whatever loose parts are actually available. Mechanical would imply that I am a construction of gears, nothing more. I am infused with magic. I'm cursed. Therefore, the allegations are not descript.
We can see that. So, does the defense or prosecution have a further deliberation upon questions? I do, yes, Your Honor. For why did you choose to crush the train?
I did not choose to crush the train. In fact, what I had in choosing to do was cast a very strong spell of my own that is to do nothing more than reverse gravity. Had the train not continuously tried to pull itself back down, it would not have crushed itself.
Can you prove this reverse gravity?
I would be happy to. However, the shackles have drained my magical ability.
I will allow one spell to be cast. He tosses a coin on the ground, and he hands you a wand. He unlocks one shackle and gives you the wand to hold. Channel your power through that wand.
Alright.
You have one spell slot to use.
Go ahead and do exactly that.
As you do so, it reverses gravity upon the coin as the coin floats and then goes to the ceiling.
No crushing involved.
I see. Interesting. So you say that you were given direction and motive through getting called names. What names were you being called? Can you give specific?
Aside from mechanical monstrosity, I would like to make a history check.
Make a history check.
Let's see here. It's a 15.
You remember certain insults such as giving cold iron to the Fae to hold, and because they're just too stupid to hold that, or that the other couldn't possibly be a drow because he's in a suit of armor. He's simply just too dumb and strong to be a druid. Maybe he's a berserker. Also, you encounter that maybe the tiefling's brains went to her tits.
I remember that my Leonin compatriot was called too burly and covered in metal to be called a druid. More like a barbarian or a berserker. And even more so, making light of my tiefling compatriot's figure in a very subjective manner. Moreover, calling Fae stupid enough to hold cold iron, an object of which Fae are very adverse to and will heavily scar them.
So, roll me persuasion.
Okay. That is a 22.
Okay. Rather interesting. We just got confirmation back from the other two bases. It appears your information checks out. That Oberon is recognized by base 2, and Ava is recognized by base 1 for mercenary work and completion of your missions. Noted. Moving on to the evidence presented. Prosecution, please stand forward and present your evidence. Yes, of course. For this is the evidence of one of the trail spikes. The trail spikes that are on the train cannot be ripped apart by any normal magic. They have to be rather strong, deliberated, focused. This train is magnetic and thus only has a magnetic rail that it echoes across. But when contact with strong magic such as your reverse gravity crushed the engine and the train. But such power as that would require a massive amount of energy to rip it from the rails.
I don't disagree.
Who's to say that one could not be intentionally manipulating his power?
Because if I had intended to actually destroy the train, I would not be using reverse gravity.
Next is the shrapnel piece. This was the size that it was crushed to, a minuscule 1.5 feet. The train the size of over 30 feet tall, reduced to 1.5 feet of crushed metal and blood. It takes quite a bit of skill to be able to do this, but also one of a maniac to crush innocents and men inside of a train car just for pure insults alone.
I reiterate my previous point. Had the train not be trying to pull itself back down to the tracks, it would not have been crushed. I had affected only one car. If that was the case, and it had stayed still, one car would have flown up, hanging the rest of the train down. That clearly did not happen.
Who's to say once more that this man has not affected his magic in any way? After
Really
all,
quickly. Sorry, I'm going to
Yes.
interject real quick. I want to ask Ava out of character really quick. I can't remember. Were you after? I know that Corona and I were by ourselves when he got cursed so that his magic was amplified. Ava, has your character seen any of the backfired magic yet? Besides the reverse gravity? Which wasn't backfired, but it's just an example of something being strong. But were you around when any of his other spells backfired?
A lot of his spells haven't backfired unless it was against like enemy.
Okay, I just wanted to check because I was wondering if I can call Ava as a witness, but I can.
Technically, I'm a witness. You could call me.
This is true.
You could call me as a witness, but again.
Yeah. Okay. Oberon's gonna object. Objection, Your Honor. I do have a statement to make in response to this.
Claim your statement.
First, a question for the prosecutor. Are you implying that strong magic can only have malintention?
No, but it seems that his intention was of malice. The use of strong magic was the tool, you could say, that inserted it. However, it seems that even if the magic was simply itself strong, the one who controls it controls what it does.
And what if I were to tell you that this man does not have full control over his magic?
Can you prove that?
Your Honor, may I question the defendant?
You may.
Basically,
Corona, I'm
You're
sure you
gonna
remember.
Make me confess to impotence now? My goodness.
Corona, is it true that quite recently you found yourself being cursed?
I'd go ahead and record, like you looking down at the.
Do you remember? Fuck. Do you recall rather recently, while we were in the midst of trying to help Base 2, going after the undead, you happened to be cursed so that your magic has the chance to backfire and
I
be
do it now.
overpowered.
Of course I do. It cost me my
No,
body.
but to just have the recording already.
Ava.
Ava, mute yourself.
What are you doing with the chair?
Ava.
Rest in peace.
I'll mute her on my end.
Okay. He says yes, he did. Now, Your Honor, I don't know if there is a safe way to prove this. Corona, is there anything you could say in order to defend that, though?
Oh, yes, absolutely. In fact, I remember the very spell that cost me my body and my friend.
Will you please recount it for the judge and the courtroom?
You're going to make me remember my tragic ending of a penguin?
I know it is.
Can we prove the validity of this even story? After all, it is only between two people.
I'll prove it for you if you like. However, I would suggest very heavily that you create a safe location.
Do we have... The judge ponders this for a moment. Defense. Are you willing to partake in a shared mind?
Is that me? Am I the defense?
Yep.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
It works like a projection.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
He is going to get a wand and he's going to jam it into the back of your neck, Corona.
Ouch. Oh, Corona.
Ow.
He is going to connect a cord to it to jam into his console and to his desk. There'll be a projector that goes onto the floor. Recant your memory. If we detect any electro interference, we will know it's a lie. Speak.
While in Base 2, the underground tunnelways, there was a statue of the Skeleton King. Upon interfacing with it, my magic was cursed heavily in order to actually be more powerful, but have the chance of being rather uncontrollable. Afterward, myself and my compatriot had found another room associated with various potions, so to speak. Had consumed a number of them, the result of which found myself cursed with a demon and produced an unfortunate and very innocent soul, recounting the legendary penguin known as Gunter. And in order to do away with my curse, I was hoping to have Gunter's assistance, as well as Oberon's, and fell a demon. Unfortunately, the encounter did not go as planned, and I vaporized Gunter with a delayed blast fireball, one of my most powerful spells, and also cost my own life and form. Upon which was recreated into this one by my compatriot Oberon.
So as you're saying this, your memories are being replayed back onto the floor for you to see as well as others. And upon seeing this, you can see them, Oberon, as well, as he takes the wand jack out of your neck. We did not encounter any interference. Can you validate these claims, defense?
Yes, Your Honor. I was there as a witness. I saw it occur, and referring back to the claim of him being a dark elf and now seemingly forged, I was in fact the one who gave him this new body in order to save his life.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
For I see. Is there any more questions?
I believe not, Your Honor. I believe simply that this shows that the ability and the power behind spells does not inherently reflect the character or intention of the person casting it. So using the powerful ability of the spell, I do not think makes a good claim against Corona as a character.
And if I may say something, to validate my previous claim that, again, there was no intent whatsoever, if I had, I would have used the same term as vaporize professor.
I don't know if any of y'all heard what Corona said, but I couldn't hear him.
Well, let me move in front of the thing.
There you go.
To validate my previous claim that there was no intention to destroy the train, if I had wanted to do that, I would just use the same spell, Delayed Blast Fireball, as seen in the memory, the one that vaporized my compatriot and my own body.
No more further questions will be here. The jury shall be out for a moment. We shall take a 5-minute break. You have 5 minutes to speak to your defendant.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, Oberon, you thirsty?
I haven't had to roleplay this heavily in so long. You need to break character for like a second. I'm like, I haven't spoken this formally in so goddamn long.
Hey, Ava,
Sheesh.
do you have a glass of water?
You have a glass of this dick. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to get it out of my system. I need to be good when I'm speaking in character. I can't being a dumbass like I normally do.
You're doing well, though.
I'm sweaty. I know it's a recess in game, but I'm also taking it as a recess in person too, IRL. I'm literally sweating right now. I want you guys to know I'm so sweaty.
Because why?
Because I'm so nervous. Like I'm trying very hard right now.
Ava, are you formulating an
exerting.
escape plan?
It was vibing.
Then that means
Maybe.
you feel the stakes then.
I do feel the stakes. They're at least medium rare. Yeah, I definitely feel like this is a situation because like normally when role playing in D&D, like you can kind of vaguely say what you want to say and generally get your point across, but this is entirely conversational based. Yeah, and so I have to be very particular to the best of my ability with what I'm saying and formulate very concrete ideas and not just vaguely be like ooh hooby dooby habadoo papa like I normally do. Dude, you're poggers for that.
Or
Oh, actually, since it's a break, I don't know if you want to cast Bardic again or if we want to drink some Hell's Honey together. Okay. Okay, got you. Bless your heart. I don't know if we want to give it to Corona just because I don't know if they'd be able to see if there's any kind of like is Bardic Inspiration something that like you can like another character could see like technically?
Unless they
I don't know if that
have-
question made sense.
Unless they have the ability to see magical effects, no, which is inherently a skill that can be possessed, but it's not.
It's rather rare. The only like creatures that I know that would have it are anyone with devil sight.
Hmm. They probably wouldn't, but I'm still worried that they'd see that they're being persuaded through magical means and it would be used against us.
In any case, I'm all right with persuasion.
Yeah, your rolls are pretty swag.
I'm
I'm
just
the one who
doing
needs
it
it.
for you over.
Gracias. Yeah,
Yeah.
my charisma's not the sexiest.
Because plus,
You need that.
I could just touch you, and they think I'm just like giving you encouragement, not knowing I'm giving you.
This is true. Oh. Anyway, yeah, during the recess, Corona, you're doing well up there.
Aw, you're doing well too. Although you had me, like, actually say that I was magically impotent in front of all these people.
Listen, buddy. It just means sometimes you're a little bit extra powerful. You got high virility sometimes, and that's okay. That's like the opposite of impotent. I feel like
Prestidigitation. This
you
dick.
just might have a little bit of. It's not impotent. It's like it's a mixture of high virility and like premature ejaculation. You can't quite control it, but it is powerful.
God. My God.
How are you?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm just. You said it. Impotent, and I'm trying to make it a little bit more descriptive and accurate. I'm sorry. I'm striving for accuracy. I'm in a courtroom. Corona.
That's where my mind went to. I don't judge.
Yeah,
Just
Corona,
holy.
I'm sorry I had to make you watch that memory of you killing your
Holy shit.
penguin friend again.
I miss Gunter.
And Pete's Gunter, he will be missed.
Ava, I wish you could meet Gunter.
I would polymorph into Gunter, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I don't want to change the visage of me being very, very formal.
When
One
I
day I'll
die,
show you Gunter, Ava.
when
I
I die,
cannot.
Oberon, turn into Gunter for Ava. And be carried like a cute penguin.
Is that your
No.
one dying wish, Corona?
That is my one dying wish.
Court is
Anything
Simply
for
receding.
you.
not die.
Alright. Oh.
Jury, have you come to an agreement? I see. Due to the evidence that has come in, we will not be charging you with full-scale terroristic murder. However, your punishments are still on your hands as in terms of domestic violence, and you'll have to pay for the crimes of murder, but not terroristic murder. As whether you liked it or not, you still killed. That being
It's
said,
understandable.
because you are under materialistic mercenaric contract, the military has decided to use you as a dog of war. Your current trial of standing will be you are owned by the military, you work under the military, and you will do what the military says. You shall serve this penance for the next 300 years.
Oh,
All
are we
right.
gonna live that long? Oh, fuck.
I mean, he's. I mean, his body. I don't know how his lifespan of a drow works in a metal body, but I think he can live 300 years. I feel like that's reasonable.
If I can just whisper to Oberon at this point, between you and me, 300 years is like 2 days. Am I right?
Ava is literally just gonna put a hand on. Only.
Because of this, you will be allowed to still continue your journey from base to base. However, you will have to go to each base and complete everything they have for you as a dog of the military. Second, your penance of the crimes, your 300-year expedient to this contract is added up for all the murderous lives you have consumed under the pretext that you have murdered them. But due to your inescapable power of magic, uncontrolled by you, your sentence has been knocked down by half from 600 to 300.
All right.
However, last but not least, is the collar of the military. Onto your neck is now snapped a collar that wraps around it and forms around it, engraving itself into your metal body as a piece of you as if it was never there in the first place. This collar makes it so you are not allowed to leave the countryside of this land for the next 300 years.
Fair enough. But as you said, I am able to continue with my journey, correct?
As long as it's within the borders of our landscape and territory, you are allowed to stay. Then you will
Alright.
have to work it off underneath the military. Outside of this territory, you are not allowed to go anywhere.
All right.
If you step foot outside this territory, that collar will start to deconstruct your entire body and turn it to rust.
Sounds reasonable.
I bring this court adjourned.
Oof.
Ava's just gonna kind of like slump down a little bit in whatever chair she's in.
Yep.
Well, that was better than expected, but not as good as we would have liked. And then she's gonna look at Chrono.
Chrono's gonna walk out the side door.
Oh,
Wait,
God.
what the heck? Now we gotta go get him? Bad lad. I never used the evidence I had on the table, rest in peace, but that's okay. I never got to that point. I'm gonna go grab the letters in the journal from the evidence table, and I'm gonna go after Corona.
Ava's gonna follow because she's just like, what?
He's now just sitting at the steps outside of the courthouse in an alley.
Oberon's gonna walk over to him, Ava in tow. He's gonna kind of sit down next to him.
Why did you save me?
You know why.
Love you
I'm
too.
sorry I couldn't do more than just save your life, but that's the first step, and I'm sure we can somehow find you out of this new situation as well. But at the very least, you live another
He
day.
should be glad he's alive. Jesus.
This is true, Ava. This is true.
I'm not even gonna lie. I was sitting there and I was thinking we were gonna watch you get crushed today. Cause...
Were you hoping?
And now you can't leave the country.
Eh.
Oh, that's not too bad. If we gotta go into some other fucking realm, looks like you're staying here.
That's the unfortunate thing. Aside from that, though, everything on this map is fair game.
It's true.
Oh.
And it seems like there's plenty to do here in the meantime. And, you know, maybe if you do good enough, you can get off on good behavior. I'm not sure how the justice system works here, but, you know, maybe.
Me, good behavior.
Yes, you good behavior. And he's gonna put his big old paw on his head and, like, ruffle it. Ruffle your metal. Rustle your jimmies.
He's gonna get up and give Ava a hug. And then give Oberon a hug.
She's gonna hug him back, and she's just gonna be like, "You're so lucky."
I am.
Next time, I swear to God, next time, you do not use your magic unless we save you. No fucking going off doing shit like this. Because next time, we probably ain't gonna be able to save you.
He was right. This was quite a feat. And
That is extremely fair.
I'm unsure if we could do it again, especially amongst the same people.
I wouldn't want you to do it again, whether or not it was amongst the same people.
Among us.
I mean,
That
you may be dumb sometimes, but we keep you around for a reason. Unfortunate.
fucking
And
purposes.
Yes, comic
No.
relief.
The one thing I would say is, that was a good point brought up in the trial. It's not super useful if my magic is going to get everyone killed uncontrollably.
Just be more gentle with your spells. You can start small and maybe build your way up and figure out a way to break the curse or change things.
No.
Don't feel like you have to overcompensate and use your highest level spells for all situations.
You just
But I
need
do.
to think before. Or just don't. Just have my voice in your head. If you're like, hey, I'm gonna use this spell, and it might kill some people, should I still use it? Hear me say, you better fucking not.
That's right, Corona. Have Ava's head? Have Ava's voice in your head at all times. That should at least do a little bit for you.
Huh?
Jeez.
What? I just heard to hear your voice and saying, put in the fucking knot. That's all I heard.
Don't.
Oh my
No,
God.
in my voice, you should hear the words, do not. If you're gonna use a spell that you think you're gonna kill someone or hurt some people, just think, be like, no, I shouldn't do this. Why? Because the Ava in my head says no.
So,
Right,
what will you
exactly.
do?
Do not, as in shove in the knot.
Swear to God. She's like gonna look at him and grab this metal arm, and as she's getting madder, she knows she's eating him up
Uh-oh.
just enough. I hope this.
It tickle.
So what shall
And
you all
burns.
do now?
I don't know if we can go to the freaking room with this thing.
Why would
Corona.
we not be able to?
I think it's fine, even though everyone would know who he is. He is technically a quote-unquote free man.
I guess.
He is still working, so he should have a right to a room as well.
Mm-hmm.
He can't be a dog to the military if he's dead.
Dead dog to the military?
Woof woof, bark bark. Oh, wow, wow. But I mean, I suppose we can begin to tackle what we came here for in the first place. We have a job here, don't we?
That is true. We need to figure out exactly what the hell's going on here.
Hope we don't get hate crimed.
You gonna head back to the inn?
Okay.
So,
Oh shit, it's already kind
because
of
we still have a sick puppo there.
Yeah, we can head back for now, and I think Corona, you deserve a break before we begin working again. Let's relax a little bit. I know you can't sleep, but you can at least chill the fuck out.
I like that idea.
Back to the inn we go.
So as you go back to the inn, you make your way back in. Blueford's laying down sleeping, and you enter inside and nothing seems amiss.
Alright. Who wants to lay on and cuddle pile? Damn. Alright.
I'm gonna lay down on Blueford.
Don't lay on him, he's a sick puppy. We gave him some alcohol last night. He's a little hungover.
Why did you give the dog alcohol?
He was in human shape.
How drunk
Question
were
though.
you?
Did someone come in and clean the room, or is there still vomit on the floor?
He vomited in a bucket.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Bucket and a mop.
How drunk were you to think that this one is bipedal?
He is when he turns into his other form.
Oh, you've seen him turn into his other form, haven't you?
I have not.
You
Haven't you done it
have.
once?
You
Yeah.
have-
Yes? Oh.
Get
Yeah,
good,
you have.
Corona.
You were the one that talked to him and said, "Lead us out, boy."
Yeah, stop gaslighting Oberon. God damn.
Shit.
Take 1 point of psychic damage. Corona.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, I'm unconscious.
No. That's okay.
No,
He
not
can just take a nap. We can just take a nap. Oh no, he has to make saving throws. Shit, I'll heal you.
I'm okay. Alright.
You okay?
I'm okay.
Okay. I
You
don't know.
just being a
Maybe
little
you
shit.
did have 1 hit point left. I don't know how they keep you in the fucking courtroom. Keep you
I
at 1
mean-
He's
HP.
being a little shit.
What else is new? I'm gonna, before we settle down, I'm gonna take the bucket, go bring it downstairs, get it out of the room.
Mhm.
And then while I'm down there, I want to stop by the bar. Would the bar have food? I guess I can ask. And I want to approach and get the attention of the barkeep.
Yes, what can I help you with?
Hello, good friend. Do you happen to serve food here as well as drink?
Well, we're a bar.
I don't know. Do bars sell food? I've never been to a bar.
Yes.
We have
Okay.
we have some food and we have alcohol.
Wonderful. Could I just get a couple loaves of bread and see how many of us are there? And 3 pitchers of ale?
So
Probably get huge
he
deal.
he gives you a 3-pitch keg. Sets it on the bar, and then he gives you a basket with 4 loaves of bread in it.
Beautiful. Oh, what do I owe you? Does that come with rooms? Is that room service?
8 silver pieces.
I don't have any money. I just realized I still don't have money.
I have silver. If you can talk to me, then I can come down and give you silver.
Forgive me. I seem to have left my coin purse upstairs. I will be right back. And he's gonna book it back upstairs. Hey, Ava.
Yeah.
Can I borrow some
How
money?
much do you need?
Mom, I threw up. 7 silver.
7 silver.
Yes,
Alright, hold on.
please.
Let me do the math on this.
I need to go do more arm wrestling competitions to earn.
How much
Dude,
is
I had so much
platinum
money.
compared to silver?
1 platinum is 100 gold, and 1 gold is 10 silver.
Okay, so can I give him like 20 platinum then?
That's so much.
Why? That's so high.
Okay, then I'll give him 5 platinum.
What? No, what?
I just need
give
1
them-
platinum.
Just give them 1 gold.
I don't have gold, I just have platinum.
Give him 1 platinum.
Okay, I give him 1 platinum.
I'll give you the change.
Okay.
So as you head downstairs, you toss over 1 platinum. The barkeep looks at you, and looks at the coin, and looks at you again, and says, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Do you have change for 1 platinum?
He scratches his head.
Wait, 1 platinum is just 10 gold, isn't it? That's what my thing says. Platinum PP equals 10 GP, and GP is gold.
Oh, sorry, Tango. So he takes out a bag of 10 gold and gives it to you. And he takes 1 gold coin out of there and returns to you 2 silver.
Alright.
Okay, so 196, 195 in platinum. How much? 9 in gold?
1 platinum is
10
10 gold. 10 gold is 10 silver. 10 silver. Sorry, no. 1 platinum is 10 gold. 1 gold is 10 silver. 1 silver is 10 copper. And if I remember correctly, like 1 copper is 10 electrum.
I don't know about that breakdown. That's farther than I know.
Okay. So he gave Oberon back 9 gold.
And 2 silver.
Okay. That's what I need.
Sexy. Thank you, my friend. And he's gonna take the food and the drink and go back upstairs and give Ava back her
Oberon
money.
returns through the door with loaves of bread and a kegger of ale.
Now, I realize, Corona, you can't eat or drink. I wonder if I can do anything for you.
Well, we can.
I mean, yeah, we can, but I don't want to leave him out. We're like, woo, he's alive. And he just sits there sadly in the corner. No food, no drink. No Ollie, no pop.
You know what? That's his problem. He gets no sympathy from me.
Ooh, you know what? I have a technical question for our DM.
Yeah.
Because of my metal abilities, I know I can corrode. Is there like an opposite effect I could have on metal? Where I could perhaps, like, since I can feel like the material that makes up a metal, would I be able to, like, theoretically give him a massage and it would, like, actually do anything for him?
Well, you haven't practiced.
That's true.
You would have
I'm not going to practice on you.
try.
I'm going to make you turn to rust.
You would have to
You can
try.
try.
This is what we said before about your metal abilities. You have to use them more to gain more.
That's right. Fuck.
I also have a question.
Yes.
I know this D&D and Beyond has the money thing. I just don't know how to look. Oh, never mind. I found it.
Good job,
it's,
Ava.
it's pretty easy. Type in 10 and do less or plus.
If you feel
I
the
got
need
it.
to practice on me for any reason, please feel free.
Hee. I'm not gonna do it right now because you deserve. What I will do instead, before I partake in any food or drink, I am going to wild shape into Gunter form. I mean, I can't wild shape specifically into Gunter. I need a polymorph for that because that would just be a penguin. He's a
You have
fluffy.
wild shaped into a penguin.
And he's gonna go up and sit in Corona's lap.
I'm going to just flop over, cuddling this penguin.
Just gonna be like, nah, I need a drink. She's about to fucking uncork one of the bottles and just down it.
So
Yes,
you
nah.
you uncork the keg and pour yourself a glass. Roll me a Constitution save.
No,
Huh?
19.
19?
Yep, on my con save.
Okay, you're fine. You're sober as fuck.
I'm gonna feed Gunbaron some ale.
Make me a con save.
Wait,
Oberon.
wait. That is a 16.
You are immediately tipsy.
Wah.
Wait.
Wah.
Yeah.
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 I think the penguin is having a
Oh
seizure.
my goodness, no.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Gunter, please. Hive detects humans around here.
Okay, I'm done.
I'm gonna give Gunter bread.
What do you mean, Ice King? I don't see any humans anywhere.
Oh my god.
Could this lamp help you out?
Oh my god, okay.
Finn and Jake, what? You won't take the princess from me yet? I'm done now.
Good job.
So you party and spend your night away. And as you do, you get more and more drunk as the time goes on. You share stories and have fun with Gunter, Ron, and Ava getting drunk off her ass with Bloofer just kind of sleeping quietly.
Go puppy.
And the night fades away. That's the
Cuddle
end of,
pile.
that's the end of this session.